Once again, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So, I am Crystalisa Ken Mosquito, and I'm going to continue the discussion of Mr. Bayan and Mr. Victoria last week about winter fronts and their symbols. So, fronts. What is fronts? Some fronts, known as ang boundary between the two masses. Two air masses, which is ang cold air o ang warm air. And since nga pag mag-meet sila, lain-lain na sila temperature, humidities, and kuan, kanang ilang densities, mga lain mga changes sa weather patterns. Okay. So there have four main types of fronts, which is a cold front, warm front, stationary front, and also the occluded front. Okay, so what is cold front? So parang dali lang siya, no? Ang cold front, kita mo sa picture? Ang cold air, removes din siya diri sa warm air. Mga na force si warm air nga po pataas. So pag pataas niya, dito na lang siya na cool down o ni-condense. Mga nag-form siya o mga dark clouds, which causes nga na ay thunderstorm or heavy rain. Sabtan? Next is ang warm front. So, in this picture, makita ninyo nga ang kinikuan, cold air, ang cold air, wala siya ang kanang ulan bitaw, nga kanang paundangan ng ulan, pero ang kanyang warm air, ni pataas siya. Mao nga nabitaw, wala situation nga kanang bitaw, pagkauman sa ulan, yung kalitrag kainit, pero naaya po'y ulan gamay, wala siya bitawag na to o ulan init. So wala siya na itabo. Ito ang warm air, iyang kuan ka lang, iyang rise up ang katong cold air nga niretreat nga mga ulan. Next is stationary front. So ano yung stationary front? So makita niyo sa picture nga ang cold air o ang warm air is same sila of force. Walay kuan ka lang, walay movement sa ilaba. O kumana na, nag-cause na siya o kanang mga cloudy nga temperature sa sky. Nakabantay mo nang sa gabi is kanang gabi kayo kang cloudy, nag-form siya o nimbus stratus. Doon na siya kay ang cold air o ang warm air is stationary siya. Kumbaga, same sila of force o mula sila yung movement. Okay. Next is, last but not the least, is ang occluded front. So, ang occluded front, kay iyang ang cold air, iyang di-push or di-occlusion. Saan na ang occlusion? Muna siya ang minimalize ka na nag-block or nag-trap siya. So, ang kinang cold air, iyang di-touch up si warm air. Mga si warm air is once siya dito mag-trap or mag-block siya dito sa above the surface. O kung ana, nag-create siya of complex weather pattern. Either na mag-ulan or cooler ang temperature. Sabtan?
Yes!
Okay. Next is, these are the symbols of the fronts. Sa cold front, makita niyo nga naa siya isa ka barcode. Tapos, mga triangle kapag-ubos na color blue. It determines na ang cold air, i-replace niya ang warm air. Sa warm front, makita niyo nga nicely isa ka barcode. Tapos, walang kabuok na cord, which is color red. It means na ang warmer air, iyang di-replace ang colder air. Next is ang stationary front. Since ang stationary front ay same man sila of forces, mga isa is one siya triangle, ilang isa po ay kanang one na kanang takor. It means na ang front is which is stationary or nearly so. And lastly is ang occluded front. Ang iyang symbol is barcode, isa ka triangle, o isa ka cord, which is color violet. It composite of two fronts as a cold front overtakes a warm front or stationary front. Sabtan?
Yes!
And lastly, ang front symbol in weather maps. Nakita natin diri ang lain-lain na lugar is lain-lain po siya o mga fronts. Ang uban ay occluded front, na ay warm front, na po stationary front, o na po solid front. So ano na itabo nga na siya? Ha? Tungod na siya kay in every nga lain-lain nga lugar, lain-lain po ng movement ang mga ka-air masses. Ang uban mag-form siya o solid front, ang uban po mag-form siya o cold front, ang uban warm front, o ang uban po kay stationary front. Mao nga, kung sa bayugan kay ulan, diri init, itungod lain-lain ng movement ang pag-meet sa duha ka-air masses. And that's all my part.
Ay, isa.
Magamit na ang mga chemicals sa itong household, for example, ka mga isog na bitaw ani, muriatic acid, na na so sagot na siya sa atong air. So there are major causes of air pollution. First we have is the natural causes, which is wildfire, man siya magkasunog, di ba? Magdili sila og smoke, nagka-pan siya og produce siya og carbon dioxide. Then next one is mechanical as magdili siya og sulfur dioxide came from sa bottom pinakailalim sa ato ang earth. Then next one is storm gas. Ano siya kaning kuan? For example, kung dahil kayo ang area or country, magdili siya kaning large na kanang air town, then mag-iya mga gas, then mapunta siya sa mga cities and also the cause of air pollution. And then the last one we have is the human activity. Ano siya burn of fossil fuels. Then next one is industrial processes, which is the release na smoke sa mga factories. And lastly, for agriculture. Kasi siya magamit ng mga fertilizer, nagamit siya chemicals, which is harmful and can then waste disposal, ano siya pagtakong damay sa Forestation is the use of number of trees that absorb carbon dioxide.
So, air pollution is a harmful substance that contaminate the air. So, ang kining air pollution is mo mga harmful substances nga nirelease sa mga factories, sa mga fossil fuels, burning fossil fuels, and other point na makaproduce sila of kanang mga air pollution or harmful substances. Then, impacts of air pollution human health is the respiratory effect, cardiovascular effect, cancer effect, neurological, and mental health. So, first is respiratory effect. Ang air pollution can cause several respiratory diseases, including asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. So, kining mga harmful substances is maka-affect sila sa human health, especially sa respiratory nato. Pag once nga ang katong mga harmful substances like katong sa particulate matter, ang particulate matter is katong mga tiny particles or mga harmful particles nga nisulod sa ato ang body, and it can lead to respiratory effect or kanang disease like kanang enlargement of sa mga lungs nato. Kaya ang kanang magtukuan ang katong sa air gikan nga mga harmful substances sa mga factories or sa mga vehicles nga once nga makuha ka na ma-intake sa atong body is makakause siya of harm sa atuang respiratory. Then cardiovascular effect. Air pollution harms by causing inflammation, oxidative stress, and vascular dysfunction, increasing the risk of heart attack, hypertension, and heart failure. So, ang pagkakon ng air pollution is makakause siya kuhaan ka ng diseases labi na sa ato ang heart. Kaya once nga ang katong mga harmful substances na musulod sa ato ang body at musulod siya sa ato ang sa kanang mga blood vessels, ang blood vessels kaya nabara sa katong mga harmful substances. Once nga mabara to siya kay kanang maglisod na upang ang blood, that's why nga maka-lead siya o kanang heart attack or stroke. Ay ato lang is cancer effect. Air pollution significantly raises cancer risk, particularly lung cancer, by causing genetic mutations from fine particulate matter that enters the lungs and bloodstream. So, ang kuan po ng air pollution or katong mga harmful substances is makakause siya of cancer. Diba sa katong sa genetic is gingon ni sir na once daw ma-break ang katong mga cells daw kay makuha daw to siya ka ng cancer. Diba ang cancer is hanggang sa mag-multiply siya, mo nang maka-create siya o cancer din. Aside sa kanang kuan, aside sa genes, kanang mga inherit nga kuan, kanang sakit sa pagbigas yung parents, is makakuan mo siya kanang makasalig ka mas worse pa yung kanang cancer once na may expose mo sa air pollution. Then ang last is neurological and mental health. Breathing dirty air negatively impacts brain health, increasing the risk of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and mental health issues like anxiety and stress. So ang air pollution po daw na is makakause po daw siya o paano ka na mga Alzheimer ka na makalimot bitaw ka. Kasi siguro musulod ang mga harmful substances sa atong body then mo-circulate niya, padulong siya sa atong brain, ma-irritate ang atong brain dito, makakause siya o Alzheimer din. Then how to reduce air pollution? To use cleaner resources, promote public transportation, plan hard-drive schedules, industrial emission, and avoid burning waste, save energy use of alternative fuel, use social media platforms, and that's what we can do.
Good afternoon, everyone!
Good afternoon!
Today I will discuss the static lights and other tools are used in modern methods of weather forecast. So, modern, sa una lang ay karon maka-move. So kani siya nalukit siya sa above the earth. So ang iyang it helps to track the static. Sabi mabot niya ka na ang one like hurricanes, may anak bitaw. So muna iyang purpose. And the second one ay bitaw. And also po, kani siya multi-light sky. It captures images every 15 minutes. Ikapila siya? 15 minutes. Okay. And the second one is polar operational environmental satellites. Or polar operational environmental satellites orbit the Earth's poles at an altitude of approximately 830 kilometers, completing a full orbit in about 1.5 hours. So, kani siya, the difference between the geostationary and kani siya kay mag-orbit siya from pole to pole. So, it means that it provides a global coverage. Kaya kani siya ang iba ang geostationary kay one siya fixed position. Tama ba?
Yes.
Siya fixed position. Ang kani siya mag-rotate. Yes, very good. And the difference between the two ang kuan, ang katong geostationary, ang iyang purpose po to predict the kanang current bitaw nga happenings. Ang katong isang po, ang kani siya kuan siya, ang long term, help us understand long-term weather patterns. Okay, and there are the antidotes in modern weather forecasting. Number one is ground-based instruments. Weather station radar and radio provide critical ground level and atmospheric data. Weather stations measure temperature, pressure, humidity, and wind speed. So, ano siya nung once siya ka ng direct yung measurement, kada makita tayo sa isang gamit anang musagin ang trying to measure ba, makita na niya ang outcome. And numerical weather prediction model use mathematical equation to simulate the atmospheric behavior. Okay, ang numerical kay it needs to calculate para ma-predict niya ang kuan na ang to use both math and computers to predict the weather. So NWP models taking data from satellites, ground instruments, and other sources. So then run calculations to simulate how the atmosphere will behave in the future and giving us weather forecasts. Muna siya ang gamit ang and the okay. Okay. Ang pangalan kay AI, kani siya, nagdani sila kay they believe that ibang AI kay makakuha siya ka ng lasang data. So by that, is lumambas kanis. So by that na kay one ka na ang makapredict siya accurately. Kay tungod ang AI kay makagrasp pa siya ng lasang information. And mamaaki sa AI kay makapredict siya 90 minutes before nga naay mo abot nga. Yes, girl.
Yeah.
Very good, Julia. And the last one is data assimilation. It's an active use to incorporate observational data into numerical weather prediction. So, kapag nag-apply siya itong sa numerical weather prediction. And here are the application in meteorology. Number one is severe weather monitoring. Utilize continuously monitor severe weather events such as thunderstorms, tornadoes, and hurricanes, and also as the rainfall estimation, traffic monitoring, and volcanic ash tracking. Okay, why is it important na natin mga tools kay Nani? Okay, Mr. Sir, ano ka idea? How to Miss George? Okay, Mr. Ponda.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Ano yung important si Manjud na natin mga tools kay Nani?
Para ma-predict na to and if ever na naimong abot na bagyo, maka-prepare ta o ma-prevent ang further causes.
Okay, no? It's very important na natin materials na marilayan nato kay it help us to protect lives and also it refer us na especially po sa mga agriculture nga o mga farmers po para po na sila yung mga power sila ang sa yung mahitabo sa kanang lugar. And I think that would be all.
Oh my God! Once again, I'm going to explain Yasko and I'm going to start comparing and contrasting different weather forecasts. Well, what is weather forecast? The weather forecast is a systematic way of predicting what weather will be like in a certain place at a specific time. So it helps people to know what kind of weather to expect Meteorologist and weather scientist uses tools to predict the weather. Next, the first is anemometer, measures wind speed, barometer measures air pressure, thermometer measures temperature, and hygrometer measures humidity, radars and satellites detect precipitation and storm movements, and lastly, computer models simulate atmospheric changes and predict future conditions. Now here are the types of weather forecast. The first is nowcasting. So nowcasting used to predict weather. Used to predict weather na short time lang, usually up to 6 hours. So ang example namin nga forecast is if the weather would say nga muulan na niya hapon or muulan if the forecast will say nga muulan na hapon or muulan na gabi pero within 6 months, within 6 hours lang. So it is very accurate. It covers only short time lang, but dili siya helpful pa long-term planning. It's because madali ba yan ma-change ang weather.
Yes, truth.
The second forecast is short-range forecasting. Weather predicts conditions for the immediate future, generally covering 1 to 3 days. So, having a forecast is kung nag-cover lang siya o predicting from 6 hours to 3 days. Ang example natin is if the forecast will say that bulan karong na adlaw, sunod adlaw kay init, anak no. So it's pare-pareho sila sa nowcasting kay it covers only a short time lang. And the third one is medium range forecast. It provides a broader outlook, typically for a period of 3 to 10 days. Sa example, ani if the forecast will say that example ani is if the forecast will say na naay mosunod na bagyo in the next few weeks, so that it covers only 10 days lang. However, the longer the forecast, the less accurate it is. Kay dali ra dun mo change weather. And lastly, there's long-range forecast. These forecasts extend beyond 10 days, covering months of several weeks, months, or even a season. So, kanina forecast, it predicts weather up to a year or year, season. Ano ang year, season, no? So, yeah, kanina po it predicts a weather from several weeks, months, and even years. So, example lang is if the forecast will say na next year will be tag-ulan or next year will be tag-init, so to ulit yung mga example. Pero less accurate na siya kay, again, dali na ako yung weather. Due to so ang nowcasting only covers up to 6 hours, and short-range forecast only covers 6 hours to 3 days, medium-range forecast covers 3 days to 10 days, and long-range forecast covers months, weeks, and even a year. So, weather forecast, for nowcast and short-range forecast is helpful siya sa short-term planning, it predicts, weather from hours and for several days now. However, medium-range forecast and long-term forecast is less accurate na siya. But this forecast, or these 4 types of forecast, helps people to plan early, or it helps people to detect weather in months, hours, and years. So yeah, and that would be all. Thank you.
Idol!
Good afternoon, weather forecasting is and how kanang nakatabang bitaw ang weather forecasting in to predict simple weather conditions like rain or sunshine, and why is it important in our daily life? Wow, pinag-aralan natin oral. So, first, let us define what is weather. So, weather is the condition of atmosphere in a particular place. And so, ang weather daw is, ginabalik-balik naman natin ito na, ang weather is nag-describe siya what's happening in our atmosphere right now. So, this condition change within an hours. That's why ginastudihan siya sa mga scientists and then gina-forecast sa atua. Next one is, what is weather forecasting? So, weather forecasting is means to predict what is the weather be like in the future. So, pinapredict nila ba kung saan ito ang weather na in the upcoming days. So, ang meteorologist nag-use like instrument and also satellite in order to estimate kung unsa ang mahitabo sa ang atmosphere, unsa ang mga unsa ang weather for the upcoming days. So there is simple weather phenomena. First is the due to condensation. So ma-form siya when the water vapor condenses. Second one is when wind. So movement of air from high to low pressure. Rainbow, light reflected through raindrops, and then rainfall is water droplets falls from clouds. So ang weather phenomena means is nagkaroon na siya visible signs to ay weather changes. And also, ang mga meteorologist is kanang ginakuha nila kung say for instance, for example, is cloud forms when moisture goes. So, there is a sign to na rain. So, ang rain happens when clouds releases water droplets. And then, this simple event shows how our atmospheres behave. The next one is the tools used in forecasting. So, the mga ginagamit na tools sa forecasting. The first is thermometer. So, the measures siya of temperature. Barometer, it measures air pressure. And then, anemometer is the measure siya sa wind speed. Hygrometer is the measure siya sa humidity. And then, the rain gauge is the measure siya sa rainfall amount. So, ang mga meteorologists, use sila o kanang special na instrument to record data about our atmosphere. So, for example, is when air pressure is full bitaw, so nagsignal na siya og rain. And then, doon na is ma-measure nila, kung ma-measure sa mga meteorologists on or where or when the rain will, of course, di ba makita ka ng measure nila kung kaningaan daw is diri abag ulan o diri adapit ang ulan. So dira ma-measure sa mga meteorologists due to kanang ginagamit nila ng mga instrument. And kaning mga instrument or kaning mga tools is one of the tools na ginagamit sa mga meteorologists in order for them nga makuha nila ang record sa kung sinetong sa atmosphere karon. So, forecasting rainfall. So, for example, is forecasting rainfall. So, when dark clouds or cumulonimbus form, it may indicate rain. High humidity and low air pressure also suggest possible rainfall. So, satellite images and weather maps help predict where rain will occur. So, say for instance now, when air pressure is full of moisture air, and then ang pressure is nag-drops, and then ang clouds is nag-form, and also ang rain is may fall to anywhere. So by observing satellite images and cloud movement, ang mga meteorologists is makabalo sila, same as ang ginagagay na is when or where the rain will occur. Okay, so let's proceed to the importance of weather forecasting. So, sa pinay ka-importante ang weather forecasting. So, it helps farmer plan crops and prevent harvest. It allows people to prepare for storms or heavy rain, assess transportation safety on air, sea, and land, before ang rain. And then sa mga students also sa mga schools. So in schools is mag-suspend sila of classes for typhoons, di ba? And then sa mga communities school is mag-plan sila early in order for sa mga strong winds or sa mga floods. And then makaprotect siya or it is a key to have a plan and for the safety of the individual.
Yeah, true.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nakapag-present sa video.
Ayun na. Thank you.
So weather forecasting helps us see beyond the clouds, reminding us that preparation is the key for success. Thank you.